Okay, so I promise this is my last video on altar tools. Something that's very important to have is books. You need to have the knowledge in order to practice your path. You can't just jump in it and be like, okay, well, how do you do this? What do you need? Okay, this sounds fun. Let's just do it. You need to read up on your craft. You need to know what you're getting into. Now, I've been in this craft for, like I said, 3-4 years now, so I kind of have a pretty good bearing on what I'm doing. So I'm starting to branch out more on, spirit communication, blending with them and trying to help them move on, because I've always felt that connection and I've always needed a little more guidance. So I picked up this book from Half Price Books. There you go. I think the original price was maybe $21, $24, something like that. I got it for like $7.99. And this book, originally, $19.95 US. I got it for $7.99. Probably cheaper. I don't remember. I don't have the tag on. I think it was fairly new to the store because the tag came off so easily. But I've been reading up on that because I'm ready to have, welcome other witches into my presence. I want that help. I want that guidance, whether I'm giving it to others or needing help personally myself. Another book, this is on Ceremony of Seasons. I love this book. Okay, the reason why, because it goes into, lunar calendar, Mayan calendar, Wiccan calendar, right here. And it breaks it up into the different months. And in those months, they talk about the different seasons. Like, this is about us, and even Catholics kind of go with this too. But it talks about Candlemas, Chinese New Year, Groundhog's Day, everything, every holiday in the known society that they practice. There's even Valentine's Day here. So that's what I like about it. It goes into a lot of detail about all the different holidays that happen within our communities. So that's really cool. It is hardbound, so I'm guessing, this is fairly new. I mean, it's nice. So I'm assuming it was pretty expensive, at least $25, pushing $30 maybe. I got it for $7.99. Isn't that awesome? Okay. Last thing that you need to make sure that you have is a sewing kit. I've had this sewing kit since I was like 5 years old. I used to love cross stitching a lot. I don't really have time for it anymore, but I have all this thread from when I did cross stitch a lot, and I use that for my altar cloths. So I don't know if I said this before, but rocks too, because you can use that in anything. Incense, whatever. Incense, candles, all that jazz. Okay, so 2 more things that I wanted to kind of share with you. This is what sage looks like. I've had some people ask me, what does real sage look like? This is just sage been cut up and bundled up together, so I burn that for, purifying my circle. Another thing is that I haven't had for a while because, yes, I used to practice nude. You probably don't want to know that, but anyway, this is just a plain simple black dress. You don't need anything fancy. And that is a Little Red Riding Hood. I don't use it unless it's usually probably in the fall time, because it kind of gets a little chilly in my sacred space. And then there's a shawl right here that I also cover up in, or I use them interchangeably. And then this is the last thing, I swear, I promise you. That's wheat. And I use that. I bundled it all together in different levels to create my broom. And that's just to substitute until I get this one finished. It kind of looks like a deer head. I don't know about you, but I found that on a walk. Alright, well, thank you very much for listening and bearing with me in all my speech. So I hope you all have a blessed day, and God is blessed.